For question 1A, in a small town, 68% of the people owned television, 72% owned radio, and 12% owned neither television nor radio. I represents the information on a Venn diagram. II, what percentage of the population owned television only? So this was the question 1A. We will try going through the solution step by step for this particular question. Now, before we start solving this question is about a two-set word problem, which involves Venn diagram. So before we even draw our Venn diagram, we need to do some representations before we draw the Venn diagram. Now, in the question, the total number of people in the town was not given, but a percentage were given for some people. In that case, we assume that the total number of people in the town in terms of percentage is 100%. So we are going to do representations. First, we let a variable of our choice, so let's say the symbol for the universal set, that is U, represents the total people in the town. Alright. Once again, some group of people were listed in the question. Those who owned television and those who owned radio. We have to use some symbols or variables to represent them. So once again, we can let's say T and R represent people who owned television and radio, respectively. Okay, so now we are using T to represent those who owned television and R to represent those who owned radio. If that is the case, then we are going to have the total number of people in the town in terms of percentage, and this is going to be 100%. Alright. Again, those who owned television in terms of percentage, so N to bracket T, and this was given the question to be 68%. Again, the number of people in terms of percentage for those who owned radio, and that was given as N R, that is equal to 72%. Moreover, some percentage was given to those who owned neither television nor radio. It was in the question. So in that case, we are going to have our N, T, union, R, our complement, and that is equal to the 12%. So basically, this is our representation. And we should not forget from the question, 68% of the people own television, 72 owned radio. If you add the two, it is more than 100%. This tells us that definitely we have some people who owned television and at the same time radio. So in that case, we have to use a variable to represent those people. Alright, so if that is the case, then our N bracket open T intersection R. Let's use a variable to represent that, and that is X. That is those who own both television and radio. So now that we have the basic information, let's try and represent that on the Venn diagram. Okay, so our Venn diagram is not drawn to scale. This is a sketch of the Venn diagram. We have our N, Q, being equal to 100. We have our N, T. This was equal to 68. Our N, R, that is equal to 72. This case we have our X. We have our 12 here. If that is the case, then this region representing only television is going to be going to be 68 minus X, and this region that is radio only, that one is going to be, we have 72 minus X. Okay, if that is the case, now when we sum everything in the inverse set, we should equate that, or that should be equal to the 100. So that is what we are going to do. Now that we've been able to fill all the regions, we sum all of them, then we equate it to the 100. So this will give us 68 minus X plus X plus 72 minus X plus 12, and this should be equal to 100. Now we sum everything with group terms. Alright, so we have the 68 plus the 72 plus the 12. We have minus X and then plus X. They will cancel. Okay, and we are going to be left with minus X, and this is equal to 100. Now 68 plus 72 plus 12, this is going to give us 152. So minus X is equal to 100. Let's solve for X. So we are going to have 152 minus 100, and that will be equal to X. Alright, so we are going to have 52 being equal to X. This is trying to tell us that those who owned both television and radio are 52 in terms of percentage. Alright, but what is the question asking us to do? It says I, we have to represent the information Venn diagram, which we have done with that. But for the II, what percentage of the population own television only? And from our diagram, television only is represented by this region. Television only. And we have 68 minus X representing that. Therefore, television only. So this will be equal to, you have 68 minus X. Another 68 minus 52. And this will give us 1/6, that is 16. Therefore, percentage of the population who own television only is 16%. So this was the A part. Now let's try and move to the B. For the B, it says Boedu and Ansa formed a company and agreed that their annual profit will be shared in the ratio 4:5 respectively. If at the end of the year Ansa received 5,000 Ghana cedis more than Boedu, how much was Boedu's share? Now from the question, these two friends or two people decided to share a profit that they are going to get from the company that they formed in the form of ratio, that is 4:5. So in this case, Boedu's ratio corresponds to the 4 and Ansa's ratio corresponds to the 5. Once again, at the end of the year when they try sharing the annual profit, Ansa received 5,000 more than that of Boedu. So what we can do, we have several ways of going about the question, but what we can do here is let's try using a variable to represent Boedu's share. Alright, now before you get to know Ansa's share, unless you know Boedu's share, because from the question it says Ansa received 5,000 more than Boedu. You don't know Boedu's share. So let's use a variable to represent Boedu's share. Okay. So we can let's say X represent Boedu's share. If that is the case, then Ansa's share will be equal to this share plus 5,000. I hope we understand why it is x plus 5,000. Because from the question, it says that answer received 5,000 more than we do. So definitely, answer share is going to be this share plus 5,000. Okay. Now once again, we can try finding the total ratio. So we can decide not to. Now that we have answer share, now in terms of ratio, 4:5. This will definitely correspond to, or this will be equal to, because the 4 corresponds to British share. So British share is what? X. And this is to answer share, and that is X plus 5,000. We try expressing them in the form of fraction. So the 4:5 is going to give us 4/5. So this will give us 4/5, and this is equal to British share, that is X over answer share, and that is X plus 5,000. So we try solving for X. In this case, we can do cross multiplication because we have one fraction here, we have another fraction here. So the cross multiplication be like this. Therefore, the 4 is going to multiply the X plus 5,000, and then the 5 here is going to multiply the X. So this is going to give us 4 multiplying X plus 5,000, and this will be equal to the 5 multiplying the X, and that will give us 5x. We expand those, so 4 times x is going to give us 4x, plus 4 times 5,000 is going to give us 3,000. And this is equal to 5x. We try grouping terms because we have 4x here, we have 5x here, so we put the x at one side. We are going to have our 20,000 being equal to 5x and it's 4x. Therefore, we are going to have 20,000 being equal to x. What is x? X represents with share. Therefore, we have British share to be equal to 20,000 Ghana cedis. Or we can decide to use this particular approach. For that one, we let's say x represents the total amount shared. So we are using x to represent the total profit that was shared between these two people. Now, in terms of ratio or the total ratio, is going to be the 4 plus 5, and that is 9. So if x is representing the total annual profit that they shared, then British share will be 4/9 times x, and that is 4/9x. We do the same thing for answer. So answer's share will be equal to 5/9 times x, and that is 5/9x. If you go back to the question, it says what? Answer received 5,000 more than Bwedu. That statement, it implies that Answer's share. So Answer's share was what? Is 5/9x. Answer's share will be equal to that of Bwedu's share plus 5,000. So we will be having 4/9x, and this is representing Bwedu's share plus 5,000. So in this equation, we try solving for x. Therefore, as it stands like this, we have fractions in there. So we try multiplying through by the LCM. Now LCM is what? 9. So we try multiplying each term by 9. Therefore, we are going to have 9 times 5/9x is equal to 9 times 4/9x plus 9 times 5,000. Therefore, this 9 is going to cancel this 9. So we are going to be left with 5 multiplying x, and that is 5x. This will be equal to, once again, this 9 is going to cancel this 9. And you are going to be left with 4 multiplying x. So this will give us 4x plus the 9 times 5,000, and that is going to give us 45,000. So we are going to have 5x minus 4x, and that will be equal to 45,000. So our x being equal to 45,000. Don't forget that in this case, the x is representing the total amount of profit that they share. So if you want Bwedu's share, Bwedu's share correspond to Bwedu's share corresponds to, we have 4/9x. Therefore, it's going to be 4/9 times x, which is what? The 45,000. And this is going to give us 20,000. Therefore, Bwedu's share will be equal to 20,000 Ghana cedis. So this brings us to the end of the question 1 of the Wassce 2020, the core math theory paper. Thanks for your time.